Think I'm taller than you.
My stool. No, we went through that last year.
Yeah.
It's the weight of the world.
Yeah, it is. Yep. Yep.
All right, you ready?
Sure. We're back, and it's day 2.
A king upon my bars to throw. I vow to never drink alone. I'll only drink with friends or total strangers.
Well, I do, but I don't.
Don't.
Yeah, welcome back. So we will try to live up to our celebrity that we had yesterday.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if anybody's ever in the neighborhood, you know, the greater seacoast area of New Hampshire, and you ever want to be in a video, just let us know. Have your people get in touch with our people.
people, yeah.
We'll see if we can work out a rider, you know, terms and all that stuff.
Yep.
Guarantee you probably get at least a free whiskey.
Yep.
Maybe more.
Yep.
Okay. First brown bag whiskey.
Woohoo!
Ann, you want to tell the
Yeah.
people what a brown bag whiskey is?
That means that the whiskey is in a brown bag and we don't know what it is.
Yeah. And the idea behind that is to...
Surprise people.
Yeah. All right. So talk about this a little in the unboxing. If you haven't watched that, go back and watch it. But you've already unboxed it. It doesn't really matter anymore.
Yeah.
So the idea behind doing the brown bag whiskeys is you come into a whiskey with a preconceived notion. If you know what the price point is, if you know something about it, the bottle can, if you like the bottle, subconsciously you can think it's going to be a better whiskey than it is. So we do 3 of these, one of each type. So this is the Irish brown bag. And this might be a $20 bottle. It
Yeah.
might be a $100 bottle. So even in your list, I'm pretty sure I put TBA, to be announced, on the price, because I really want you to sample the whiskey, decide if you like it or not, and then here at the end we'll reveal the whiskey. So, Ann, why don't you go ahead and pour us a couple of them?
Okay.
Can you do it with it in the brown bag?
I can do it in the
Wait,
brown.
Make sure you don't show it to them, though.
I'm
Here,
not. I'm bringing-
I'll take the cork off so that they can't even see the
Okay.
cork.
Okay.
They're probably going to know it's a stubby little bottle. Some people like the stubbies.
This is a challenge.
I know.
Okay. Well, no,
Here,
just
let's do
getting
this.
closer.
Here, let's do this.
Okay.
Under the table.
Okay.
Under the table and drinking. Sorry.
I know.
That's probably loud as the dickens right now. Is there any left in there? That's really not much at all.
Well, let's start this way.
Keep pouring that bad boy. See if there's any more in there.
Yeah, I will.
So part of what the game here when we do all these is to try and save enough for us so that we can actually sample the whiskeys with you guys.
We did it.
Clink, clink. That's good enough. All right. All right.
All right.
So get yourself in there.
Ooh,
Oh, that's got a popping nose.
it does.
Yeah. See, the wife doesn't even know what it is. What do you get on the nose, hon?
Ooh, I get like a creamsicle a little bit
Yeah. So we'll
with
do.
spice on it though.
Yeah. Just talk over me. I'm totally cool with that. No, seriously. It wasn't
Okay.
me being me.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do this backwards. Normally, I tell you the proof and all of that stuff, a little bit about where it comes from the distillery. We're gonna jump into the tasting, the nosing, and then we'll come back to that stuff at the end. So, to me, like it's a very rich
Yeah.
nose. There's some dark chocolate, a little nail polish in there.
Maybe.
No. Yeah, it's not. No, it's not. I mean,
no.
there's a little ethanol in there.
Yeah.
So I'm probably a little on the younger
So,
side.
yeah. I'm getting like a floral that I can't pull out.
It's like toasted almond.
Yeah, you got that in there too.
Oh, of course you did.
No, cherry. I was agreeing after you said it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's very smooth. Not a lot of heat.
See, coming off of the, oh yeah, there's that, a little bit of Bazooka bubblegum. on the chew.
Yeah.
Well, I can't remember the last whiskey I got Bazooka bubblegum in, but
It's been a while.
there's like honeycomb.
I finish out with lemon though.
Yeah, I see that. Did you get lemon on almost every
know.
whiskey? But yeah,
Well,
it's a lemon zest,
Yeah.
which should never go in a vanilla cake.
Okay.
There's definitely some barrel spice with
Mm-hmm.
this one. You get that, right in there.
It took a little while though for me.
It's got a little zing though.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of heat coming up on this one. The nose is richer than the mouthfeel though.
Yes.
Like it looks like
agree,
it's going to
yeah.
be a pretty viscous, dense whiskey, but comes up a little short on that. That's not a bad thing. It's just that the nose delivers more than the palate does on this one.
Yeah.
But the finish, what was that? It's like apricot. Or is it apricot? Apricot.
Whatever you want it to be. Yeah. I think that's what my little bit of citrus that I was getting
Yeah.
matured into.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Decent legs on it. Not a rocket kind of legs, but that's a trap.
Yep.
If I say whose legs they are, it's my wife's legs.
Yeah.
Perfect legs.
Yeah. mhm.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got a little bit of honey sweetness, a little bit of
Yeah.
like medium-ish short finish,
Yeah.
but not
It doesn't stick
not
around
crazy
long.
out. All right. So, Annie, you want to reveal?
Sure.
Go ahead.
You ready?
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
All right. Remember, we got the zoom action there.
Yep. Yep.
Tell them what it is. No, you always got to put it like in front of the. Okay, you're good.
Okay.
All right,
I
that's
can't
long
read
enough.
it because.
Well, you can bring it back.
Okay.
And tell them what it is. You just showed them what it is. Now you can tell them what it is.
It is Sexton single malt Irish whiskey.
Yeah. So as we shared yesterday, so we talk about a single malt. A single malt whiskey is malted barley is in the mash bill, the grain recipe, out of one distillery. So Irish whiskey is typically triple distilled. That means it goes through 3 distillations, 3 stills. First one's a stripping run. Second one they sometimes call like the intermediate run. So the stripping run is not what some of you did in college. It is just taking that wort, that mash, the liquid after you did all the grain and everything,
Yep.
the beer, and you just run it as hot and as fast as you can, strip all the alcohol out. The intermediate run is you run it a little bit slower, and now you're just trying to pull off kind of the low wine. I think that's the low wines, and then you're pulling off more of the meat of the alcohol, getting rid of the bad stuff, the 4 shots, the kind of stuff that gives you the headaches and the tails.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little funky. And then the spirit run is the last one. And that one you typically run smaller and slower and a smaller still, and that's where you make your cuts for your final product. So I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways.
That's good info, though.
Yeah. See, I'm trying to give too much information,
Yeah.
I think. So single malt Irish whiskey, typically that's where I was going.
Yep.
3 distillations. Scotch whiskey is typically 2. Some people will say it's because the Scotch are cheaper than the Irish. It's more the Scotch will say they're more efficient.
Efficient, yeah.
But that's why typically like a Scotch whiskey will have a little bit more of a jaggedness to it compared to an Irish whiskey. We got coyotes in the backyard.
We do.
Yeah.
Our
anyways.
dog's inside.
Yeah,
right?
he's inside.
Okay.
So this whiskey is 40 horsepower, 80 proof. It's about $30. So
Not
for
too
a
bad.
single malt,
Yeah.
no, I think it's a non-age statement, so they don't put how old the whiskey is on the bottle. With whiskey, the age on there is the youngest age of the liquid. So non-age statement can be really anything, but Irish whiskey has to be at least 3 years old before you can call it Irish whiskey. So it's believed this is somewhere around 4 years old. This is distributed by Proximo Spirits, but it's believed that this liquid comes from Bushmills.
Oh.
Never saw anything official about it, but a lot of people say they believe it comes from Bushmills. So Bushmills juice that may be finished somewhere else. And it's finished in Oloroso sherry casks. So it's going that when you get into whiskeys and a lot of your sherry casks and give you kind of that nutty flavor to it because it's a different type of wood. It's typically European oak, which is known to be a little more spicy than American oak.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hope you liked the first one. We did forget to do shout outs yesterday.
Yeah.
So today we're going to shout out to Paul and Haley.
Yeah.
And then we're going to shout out to some new folks this year. We'll call them the George Lewis group. So we got George, Dan Baird, Curtis Rotan, I apologize if I'm pronouncing any names incorrectly, and Jeff Shoemaker. So glad to have you with us this year. Hope you're enjoying your calendar. And you want to toast us out.
Yep. May your heart stay young, the whiskey old, the cork loose, and the adventures bold.
See you
Cheers.
tomorrow.
When the money's running low and the bar is closing, we'll just head on